G'day guys and welcome back to Jans_Gaming for another Dokkan Battle video. So for today's video here we've got a new event. It is called the Union Master, and from that we've got 4 new stages, essentially beating them with Fused Fighters and Hybrids. So as you can see here, for this first one you need to bring 3 Fused Fighters units in the team. We're going to go with this team right here, but we are going to make a minor adjustment actually. So this is some sort of variation of the team that I was showing in yesterday's video with the, or might have even been the day before, but what I consider probably to be the best team in the game. So opening up, I'm going to say we did get pretty dirt rotations. I've heard on the grapevine, Twitter's telling me that this isn't the most difficult event of the world. So I'm thinking the fact that we've got no links active in slot 1 probably shouldn't be too much of an issue, I guess. But who knows? Twitter could be lying to me. So we get the dodge. Well, that certainly helps the cause there. I'm thinking AGL Gogeta. He should do really good damage here. Starting off in slot 7 is the physical Super Saiyan 4s. So we'll get all of those links sorted out from the next rotation, and then yeah, we'll float the Int Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta off. I'm not sure that we'll be able to get the 1-turn finish here. As you would have seen when we loaded in, there is multiple enemies that we are going up against, so we'll have plenty of time to fix our rotations. We can now pop the active skill for 27. The active skill for the AGL Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta, because he has been hit. Bang! We are really tearing through the HP of this Boo, though. I would expect, like, given how quickly we've gone through this, I dare say we'll probably go into like a Super Boo phase, I guess. You know, where he's got his domain. So that's probably where we'll pop the active skills for like the AGL Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta. So I did float off the Int Vegeta and Trunks here. They are obviously best used in slot 1, but there's no attacks in slot 3, and I want to get them on rotation with the STR Blues. Just works really nicely with the links there. Blues, yellow. We'll just do that into that. A lot of STR key spheres. Get that HP right up to 100%. 955k still looks insane. And that's not even maximizing this. You could easily go higher to get yourself up to 1,000,000 HP, which is still super, super crazy. But yeah, considering the amount of top tier units we've got here, I don't think we're going to really be running into too... Oh, there you go. You can be in status debuff him as well. Yeah, but I guess it depends on what the stats these bosses are putting out. Obviously, we've dodged the first super attack that we're coming up against, and so we don't really have much of a... Oh, yeah, okay. So we don't have a gauge. First phase, done and dusted. Now we take on Janemba. So he is STR. What we might do is grab that to get you to 24 key. We'll grab... Well, we can get 9 there. It would be rude to not do that, because then we can get the crit build up. A lot of attacks in slot 2. That does work absolutely perfectly for us, because remember that first turn, the physical Super Saiyan 4s as well as the... Actually, I didn't bring the Tech Gods on this team, did I? No, I didn't. There you go. I usually bring them on all of these teams. Funny. But yeah, they're going to have the 77% damage reduction here. Combine that with their guard, they are literally going to be untouchable post super. I don't even know what type of crazy offensive stat Janemba would have to pump out to be able to do damage to us there. But bang, AGL Gogeta has gone crazy on that front. We're at max key here, so we are going to 1-turn this phase, I would say. Kapow makes 1. Hopefully, if we can get those crits sorted, that's sort of the one thing with the physical Super Saiyan 4s, is they don't do the craziest amount of damage in their base form. It is just sheer volume. But when you are able to get them a couple of rainbow key spheres, you got that crit chance available to you. That can definitely juice us up a little bit more. But Of course, we're not getting any of those to pop whatsoever, but at least each of these stack of our defense. So bang, and then wow, no, wow. I would love to see what their defensive stat is looking like mid-turn here after all of those supers. So power, we finally get a crit, double digits, double digits. Here you go, here's that super attack. So as I said, I don't think it matters how much damage Janemba would be able to do here. Yeah, absolutely nothing. Let's see if Janemba has a second phase, whether he goes into a rage phase or something like that. So bang, Int Gogeta. No, done and dusted again. Okay, now we go on to the final enemy, which is DBS Broly. We've got our rotations pretty well sorted now. If we do that into, yeah, I guess we'd have to do it into that. We'll grab all of those for you. No attacks in the back end, so I'm feeling pretty safe here. I know that the Int Vegeta and Trunks, like a couple of fights that we've gone up against, 100k so far of late, they've just been absolutely blasted with like the Trunks and the Gohan phases of the new Supreme Magnificent Battle. They're, yeah, almost a bit gimmicky with how high of a sheer volume of damage that they're able to perform, but as you just saw there, 100k is definitely not a bad number for us to take. It's a number that we can pretty easily heal back, so that's why I'm pretty confident with that. We weren't able to get as much key for the STR Blues here, but that's fine. We can sort of work with that, and then no attacks going after the AGL Vegeta in the back end, so he's just going to be able to sit fat, do a little bit of damage. Oh, there you go. You can actually lower Broly's attack, so that definitely limits the threat that he does provide. But yeah, chose to bring the AGL Vegeta here instead of the Goku, just because I quite like the support from Super Gogeta, rather than bringing in the the Tech Vegito, who, like, I guess he becomes your big time damage dealer. I feel like this team has got enough damage dealers on it. We didn't really need to juice it up any further on that front. So what we'll do is we'll grab that. The AGL Gogeta will get hit in slot 1, so that'll work nicely for us there. We'll be able to get his active skill to pop next turn. There's the super. So let's see. What does this look like for us? So Int Vegeta and Trunks, they took 100k. Triple digits technically. Very, very solid. Yeah, and then he's about to pump out some big old damage with some fat crits here. So 1 into 2, 26. My AGL Gogeta here, he is 69%. So, yeah, definitely has a lot more to sort of be gained from dupes. Very much would have liked to have gotten a second dupe for him, but unfortunately my summons went terrible. But that's alright. So Kapow, we get all the crits. We're definitely getting the finish here, even if it's not from the physical Super Saiyan 4s. The STR Blues in slot 3 will be able to fire off a big old super for us. If they come back around during another phase, we'd also be able to get their active skill. So yeah, this is all going along very swimmingly. 10 milli. Surely we get the finish on this turn, I would hope. Surely. We weren't able to get many key spheres for the physical Super Saiyan 4s, so even though we did get them 224 key, they are missing out on quite a bit of stats, as well as because there wasn't the rainbow key spheres or anything like that, we aren't able to sort of juice up their crit chance. So something to keep in mind there. We've gotten him down to half HP. Let's see what my Blue Goku and Vegeta are able to do. So again, they're 69%. Bang. Nah, they're not. Because we would need that triple super. Bang. Yeah, dang. Not that lucky. Well, I guess it means everyone gets an extra one of that. Into that. Into that, I guess. So let's see. Is this going to be the first one that does have a multi-phases? Again, could easily go into like a rage or something. So let's see what we got. By putting Vegeta and Trunks in slot 1, we gave everyone the extra 5% stats there. Yeah, here you go. So we do have the next. If we do that, I think that gives attack support, doesn't it? Oh, we've already got max links, so it doesn't really matter to put you in there. But what we'll do is we'll proc that one. Power will fire off massive, big time damage here. 97 million. Is actually this probably's got quite a lot of HP. Let's just see. Where's super attack? There is no super attack. Okay, well, the fact that there is no super attack makes me sort of just want to do that, because Gogeta's not going to get to come around because there's not going to be another phase here, so we may as well just cancel these attacks. We don't even have to watch them. And from there, what we'll do is we'll grab that into that, into that. Yeah. So this will just be us pure damage. Essentially a 94 million super attack here from the AGL Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta with the crits is just absolutely insane. This fight is done and dusted, and definitely another one of the advantages of bringing AGL Vegeta. Now, you do have to protect him on those early turns, but as you saw there, even if we did have a bunch of super attacks in here, Broly was doing 20 million super attacks or whatever, we can just pop that active skill of his and bang, we then have nothing to worry about. He is unable to do anything to us. So really, really, I guess, effective strategy piece, because yeah, say if we were going up against those bosses I was talking about earlier, if you're able to keep Vegeta out of harm's way, you've got that little bit of a team protector type of mechanic. So yeah, works really well. And the spinning kick is going to... Actually, no, he does do the Dragon Fist. It's his 12 key that is the spinning kick. Kapow. Dang, love that. So there you go. There is stage 1 done and dusted. Realistically, you could use this team in the second one as well, but I'll save that for another video. So there you go, guys. One and done. First attempt, first W, 12 minutes. Not too shabby. So let me know how you found that stage, and yeah, what type of team did you use to get all of those missions done. So thank you all for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you want to keep up with the content, and hopefully I'll catch you all on the next video.